I was kind of nervous. My cousin and relatives were there, so were my parents and some of my friends. If like I mess up, they're gonna like really know if it was me or not, and I was just kind of scared. But when I looked at the audience, I kind of got butterflies in my stomach because it was pretty big. But after I started playing, I found out that they weren't even there, and then like I just, like no one was in the room. I was just playing by myself.
Billie Jean King made a quote, "Pressure is a pleasure." And it is. It's something you work to overcome. You know, so many people have fears of standing up in front of a group and speaking. Music just helped James overcome any of that. I look at music as the thing that did this. And James got so much out of music in addition to going to school. And sometimes I think the music actually overcame what James was learning in school for life lessons and things that exposed James on how to be a good person.
Yeah, I really do think music helps me. When I'm pitching, I just like think Honors Orchestra concert with a bunch of people there and me thinking no one's in the room, so I just pitch like no one's watching me. And I just throw strikes, not worry about the batter.
Big game James.
Just like in baseball, you can't always throw strikes. Music teaches me that you have to just keep on pushing through it, and eventually you'll get to that beauty where there's just going to be one day where you're like automatically throwing strikes. And for music, there's going to be that one day where you're just going to play that piece like you've been practicing it for a million years. My mom, she's always like, every time I play a song, she's like, "That sounds so good, James, do that some more." And then my dad's always like getting on me about using that metronome. If there's sometimes I want to quit, they're always like, "No, you're really good," and they always like get me up. And I always like feel more enthusiastic about it.
When we would go to my parents' house for Thanksgiving or Christmas, I would bring the clarinet and I say, "Okay, James, time to play the clarinet." And it became a new family tradition that anytime the family got together, everybody would sit and hear James play a couple songs, and he really enjoyed it.
I think I got adopted when I was 1.5. And my mom and my dad, I can remember their looks on their face. They were like, "He's so cute," and all that stuff. And then I came into my house, and that's when I started to grow up. I learned how to play baseball from my dad, and from my mom, I learned just how to like be a better person and how to treat other people. You have to respect people, like treat people the way you want to be treated. Yeah, I mean, it's just a great honor because I could have been anywhere else in the world. So, and I'm just glad I have my dad and my mom.
My dad really enjoyed listening to James play his clarinet. He would just be so amazed how good he was at playing his clarinet. And he played a couple songs, and unfortunately my dad passed away about 3-4 years ago. But James brought his clarinet to my dad's funeral and played one of my dad's favorite songs. We talk about that how Grandpa really enjoyed the clarinet, and just now gave me a little chills again.